In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the radiator on your Kia Sorento. Located behind the front bumper, let's get started. Before we go ahead and do this job, I just want to point out that the vehicle will need to be brought to a professional AC shop to get evacuated, since we have to remove the condenser. Another thing, we want to make sure that the vehicle is cold to the touch, since we're going to be working with the radiator. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to remove the wheel. Remove the wheel. So we're going to go ahead and drain the radiator. For that, we're going to start by removing the cap. Like I mentioned before, make sure that the vehicle is cold to the touch. You do not want to do this if the vehicle was recently running. So go ahead and take the cap off, and now we're going to drain it. Moving to the bottom of the front of the vehicle, we're going to go ahead and locate the drain plug for the radiator. But one thing I want to mention is your vehicle may have a bottom cover. Ours is missing. If you do have it, you will go ahead and remove it now. We're going to go ahead and unscrew the drain for the radiator. Go ahead and move the hoses to the side so you can get a little bit more room. And now we can go ahead and untwist that. Make sure when you do this, you have something to catch the coolant that's gonna come out of it. So go ahead and unscrew it. Do not take it out completely, just loosen it up. After it's done draining, go ahead and tighten the plug. And now we're gonna go ahead and remove the front bumper to give us access to the radiator. We're gonna start by removing this top piece right here. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, we're going to remove these 4 Phillips screws. Go ahead and take them out. Now we have 4 plastic Phillips clips. We're going to go ahead and take those out too. And now that you have them loose, you're going to go ahead and use a small trim tool and pry them out. Like that. Next up, we're going to be removing this 10mm bolt. Using a 10mm socket, go ahead and take it out. And there's going to be another one on this side. Go ahead and do the same. Now we can go ahead and pry on this, pry up, and do the same on this corner. And make sure that it's loose. Now we're going to move on to the fender wells to remove those clips. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt. Go ahead and take it out. And using the same screwdriver, we're going to remove these 3 plastic clips. Simply get them loose. And once you have them loose, go ahead and use a pry tool and take them out. And we are going to be doing the same on the other side of the bumper. One thing I want to point out, if your vehicle has a bottom tray, you will go ahead and remove those now. In our case, this one's missing, so we're not going to be doing that. Now that you have all the bolts off, we're going to go ahead and pry on the corners. We're going to be doing the same on the other side. And now that you have both corners popped off, you want to go ahead and grab on the top and unclip it. Once you do that, simply go ahead and slide the whole bumper out. Grabbing on the grill, pull straight out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this intake piece. Using a screwdriver, we're going to go ahead and take all 4 of these. Simply get them loose. And after, we're going to use a trim removal tool, and we're going to pop them off. After you remove those, go ahead and slide these out. Next, using a 10mm socket, we're going to go ahead and remove these 2 10mm bolts. We're going to be doing the same with these 2 10mm bolts on this side. Next up, we're going to remove the reservoir hose that connects to the top of the radiator. Using a small pry tool, we're going to go ahead and wedge it in between, and just pull on it. Go ahead and move that hose to the side, and now we can finish removing this piece. Next up, we're gonna have a 10mm bolt right over here. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. Next up, we're gonna use a small pry tool, and we're gonna remove this clip. Simply pry on it, being very careful. Go ahead and take it out. Moving to the opposite side of the shroud, we're gonna see another 10mm bolt. Go ahead and remove it. Moving on to this side, we're gonna go ahead and remove a plastic clip that's still holding the shroud in place. Using our pry tool, we're gonna go ahead and slide it out. We're gonna remove the clip. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side. Now that we have the clips out of the way, we can go ahead and grab on the shroud and slide up. Now that we have access to the AC condenser, we're gonna go ahead and remove the lines. Using a 10mm socket, go ahead and loosen those. Take them out. Go ahead and pop the lines off. If you have issues with any of the lines coming off, go ahead and use a small pry tool. Being very careful not to damage the surface. You can just go ahead and get it wedged in between and pop it out. Move the lines out of the way. And now we can go ahead and slide the whole AC condenser out. Now we're gonna go ahead and slide it off. For that, we're gonna put some pressure underneath the condenser, and we're gonna pry on this tab. So just do this and then push up. We're gonna be doing the same on this side. And now that you have it out of the grooves, go ahead and pull it out. Being very careful not to damage anything. Now we're gonna remove the upper bracket for the radiator. Using a 10mm socket, we're gonna go ahead and remove both of these bolts. Once you have those out, slide this up and take it off. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove this 10mm bolt that holds the bracket for the AC lines onto the radiator. Go ahead and take that out. And move the bracket off. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove the upper radiator hose. And for that, I'm gonna use a set of locking pliers. In this case, I'm using a needle nose. Go ahead and open the clamp and move it out of the way. Using a 90-degree pick, being very careful not to rip the hose, you want to go ahead and slide it underneath and just work your way around it. This is just going to break the seal that is created by the vehicle and the heat. So once you go around the hose, go ahead and twist it a little bit and slide it out. Go ahead and move the upper hose off of this bracket. Just simply slide it out and move it out of the way. Now that we have the upper radiator hose disconnected, go ahead and move the radiator back, being very careful not to break any clips. And we're gonna disconnect the fan. Go ahead and apply some pressure on the connector and slide it out. Now move the connector out of the way. Now that we have the fan disconnected, we're gonna go ahead and remove the bottom radiator hose. For that, we're gonna be using the same tool. Once you have the clamp off, go ahead and use a 90-degree angle pick. And being very careful not to break the hose, we're gonna go ahead and go around it just to break that seal. Just keep in mind, when you remove the hose, there might be some fluid left. So go ahead and have a container underneath to pick that up. Once you have that, twist it and slide it out. Move the hose out of the way. Now that we have everything disconnected, we should be able to slide the radiator out. Being very careful, go ahead and slide up and tilt it to avoid hitting the latch. Before we go ahead and install the new radiator, there's a few things that we have to swap over. That being the grommets underneath, simply slide it out. We're going to be doing the same on that side. And now we're going to remove the fan. So for that, using a 10mm socket, go ahead and take this bolt, take it out, and do the same on this one. Once you have those bolts off, go ahead and grab on the fan shroud and slide it up. And another thing we're gonna need from the old radiator is gonna be the cap. Go ahead and take it off. Now we can dispose of the old radiator. Here, the new one, we're gonna go ahead and install the cap. We're also gonna go ahead and install the radiator fan shroud and fan assembly. When you do this, you wanna pay attention to these corners. You wanna make sure that you slide them in, like so. Make sure that you're in on both sides. Go ahead and install the two 10mm bolts that go on the top. Start them by hand. And now we just have to get them snug. Do not over tighten, because this is plastic. Even though this is a new radiator, we want to make sure that the petcock is tight. Sometimes these come loose during shipping. So you just want to give it a nice hand tight, and that should be good. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the radiator grommets. And this is the orientation. So this is the bottom and this is the top. You want this part facing up. We're gonna be doing the same on that side. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the radiator the same way that it came out. Making sure that the grommets stay in place. Go ahead and reinstall the bottom hose. Simply slide it in. When you do this, make sure that you're bottomed out. Using the same tool that we used to remove it, we're gonna go ahead and apply some pressure onto the clamp. We're gonna open it. And we're gonna slide it back in. Go ahead and let it go. Now that we have the bottom radiator hose in place, we wanna go ahead and make sure that the bottom grommet for the radiator on both sides is lined up. So go ahead and line it up and push it in. You're gonna be doing that on both sides. Now we can go ahead and re-plug in the fan. Grab the plug and plug it in. Make sure when you do this that you hear a click and just give it a light tug to make sure that it's in place. Now we can go ahead and reattach our upper radiator hose. We're gonna start by sliding the hose onto this bracket. Now go ahead and reinstall the upper radiator hose. Simply slide it in. Make sure when you do this that you bottom it out. You're gonna see it has a stopper. Using the same tool, we're gonna go ahead and open this clamp. Slide it in. If you're reusing the hose, you can use the old markings to know where to put it. Now we're gonna go ahead and reattach the bracket that holds the AC lines onto the radiator. So we're gonna start by lining it up. And now that we have it lined up, go ahead and start the bolt by hand. Now we're gonna go ahead and just get it snug. You do not wanna tighten these down much because this is just bolting onto plastic. So go ahead and just get it snug. Go ahead and reinstall the upper bracket. Line it up here and slide it on. You wanna make sure when you do this, you're not pinching the hose for the reservoir. Go ahead and line up the holes and start your bolts by hand. Get them snug. And now do the same on the other side. Now we're moving on to the AC condenser. Make sure that you lined up on the top and the bottom. Once you're in place, go ahead and slide it down to click into position. Just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and slide the line in place. I'm gonna do the same on the bottom. And once you have it lined up, go ahead and push them in place. Now we can go ahead and put the 2 nuts to hold it in place. Now we can go ahead and torque them to 6 foot-pounds. I'll do the same on the top. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our shroud, slide it in, align it with the holes. Make sure that you slide it on the bottom. Do the same on both sides. Now we can go ahead and reconnect the clip. Go ahead and line it up and push it in. Now we're ready to install the reservoir hose. Go ahead and line it up. And when you do this, make sure you bottom it out all the way. Now we can go ahead and install the clip that goes right over here. And for that, I'm gonna use needle nose pliers to help me guide it in place. Go ahead and align it with the hole and push it in. Like that. We're gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side. Now we can go ahead and install the 10mm bolt that goes right here. Go ahead and line it up. Start it by hand. And we're gonna go ahead and get it snug. We're gonna be doing the same on the other side. Go ahead and install the 4 bolts that go right on the top. Start it by hand. And get them snug. Now we can go ahead and install this piece, slide it in, and reinstall the 4 clips that go on the holes. Go ahead and push it in. I'm gonna go ahead and install the bumper. Line that up in the middle. You wanna go ahead and slide the latch through the hole. Go ahead and line that up with that. And line it up with the headlight. Now we can go ahead and install the 10mm bolts that go right here. Start it by hand. Now we can go ahead and install this 10mm that goes on the opposite side. Go ahead and get them snug. Now we're ready for the 4 plastic clips that go right here. Slide them in and push them in. Do the same for all 4 of them. Now we're gonna go ahead and line up the headlight and make sure that we clip it on the fender. We're gonna be doing the same on the other side. Now we can go ahead and install the 4 Phillips screw heads that go right here. Go ahead and start them by hand. And now get them snug. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the clips that hold the fender liner to the bumper. Go ahead and line up the holes and install the clips. We're gonna have the 1 Phillips screw that goes right here. Go ahead and start it by hand. And now get it snug. Now we're ready to put coolant back in our system. Go ahead and take the cap off. I'm gonna be using a funnel to make things easier. And using the recommended manufacturer's coolant, we're gonna go ahead and fill it up. Now that it's topped off, we're gonna go ahead and remove our funnel. Go ahead and put the cap back on. And now you wanna go ahead and run the vehicle until the fans turn on. That'll make sure that there's no air in the system. Go ahead and go on a short drive. wait for the vehicle to cool down, and top off fluids as needed. If all that is good, go ahead and also check for leaks. If you see anything, you'll go ahead and fix that. Install the wheel, align the holes. Start your lug nuts by hand. And get them snug. With the vehicle on the ground, we're gonna go ahead and torque our wheel to 79.6 foot-pounds. And for that, we wanna make sure we do a star pattern. Now that everything is back together, go ahead and bring the vehicle back to the AC shop so they can go ahead and refill the system.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.